Been there, done that, know what's next. Life's a journey, never complex. A lifelong student, educators call. Guiding future, standing tall. Conscious parenting, full hat on tight. Drove through decades, walked away for rights. From the motion pictures to the cosmic light. Contactee's journey, universal sight. Attempting to put the human back in humanity. Mic check, 1, 2, hear the clarity. Fascinated by the human experience. Sharing stories, breaking the silence. Human experience, hang out, come along. Kids, health, synaptic circle, singing our song. Random vlogs, life stories to tell. Each journey a beacon, wishing well. We all have incredible tales to share. Healing, activation, spreading care. Light the way, find the others. What's your mission, sisters and brothers? Attempting to put the human back in humanity. Mic check, 1, 2, hear the clarity. Fascinated by the human experience. Sharing stories, breaking the silence. Rise, humanity, unity we seek. Community sharing, synaptic circle unique. Be the solution, lift someone today. Assist in the rise, light the way. May the song lift whoever comes across, and may you do the same, no matter the cost. Spread the light, ignite the flame. In unity we rise, forever reclaim. Attempting to put the human back in humanity. Mic check, 1, 2, hear the clarity. Fascinated by the human experience. Sharing stories, breaking the silence.
I'm talking to you now. Hi. Howdy and hello. Wait, I better turn this off. Hi. A month later. How the heck are you? Hi, Blazer. Hi, Jane. Hi, Area 50 Juan. Hi, Roger Blair. Oh, hi, Carol. Woohoo, I made it. Hello, nice to see you all again. Well, read you all again. Cheers and hi. Thank you for the check-ins. Jane, Blazer, you guys, I really appreciate it. I'll give you a little mini update on all that stuff. Wait, let me adjust myself. And yeah, lots to care share today. And guess what? I'm alone. That hasn't happened in months. Finally, I have the house to myself. Little man is off on his camping adventure. I can't wait to talk about my little miss and what's been happening with her. The giant is finally on set again. He worked with Gaga this week, so no, she's not in Gitmo. She's on set again, unless it's another clone. So yeah, I just like, we got to do it. Let's go. It's been one thing after another, but there was a good chunk of time there that I was not well, not at all. I think over a month ago was my last live chitchat careshare. And I'll share some stuff since then. But since then, I was on guest host Flying Chariots The Rise. I was with Dennis Carroll and Hunting the Shadows. I really enjoyed that convo. What a fun fella. I was also on my friend's new startup. Check out the Single Dad Project. Henry, you kicked butt. I'm really proud of him. It's an awesome project. So check that out. So I was doing a couple things. However, gosh, a month ago when I last left, we were about to start that pentathlon, my son, on the beach. And I got fried. I haven't burned in my life. I brag about it, in fact, but just my face and my mouth. And it turned into like a mouth of blisters. So if you did see Hunting the Shadows, that was the trail end of it. Because by the end, it was like, gosh, my lips were bleeding. And someone's going to screenshot and say I'm a vampire or something, but whatever. So I went through a lot of that. And then when my daughter did her big old trip to Shasta County, she was in Weed, California, and Shasta, and had a rite of passage. I just like curled up in a ball. I like slept in her bed. I think I was just giving her all my protection. So I was just like hunkering down. I was not feeling well. But she soared. That trip was epic. She wound up spending 18 hours alone in the woods with a knife and a sleeping bag and sandpaper, because she made a walking stick, and she had to make her own shelter, and like no writing or anything, just her and her thoughts. All the students went out and did that, and then they spent several other nights together. So she brought me back a Sasquatch sticker, which I don't have in front of me. And she had a really good experience. So much to say with that. Magulin Monster, hi Mugs, how are you? Happy 500. Woohoo! Mugs and Stevie B hit 500 on Thursday, 500 episodes. That is a feat. And that is amazing. And that I am not surprised. Actually, the community right now, I can see you, Gerald, Jane, all of y'all. Hi, Eric Hollywood. That's what we do this. That's why I love this. That's why I love meeting all you guys. And that was the moment where I'm like, and even glad Bigfoot Dwarf's like, where are you going live? And I've been prioritizing first my health, because that was down for at least 2 weeks. I didn't have a voice either. And then the kids, the end of the year, crazy kid shite, which will lead me into a really big Care Bear blast I have in a second about what's happening here in California. It's a big to-do, and you might not hear a lot about it, especially if you don't have children and school-age children right now. But it's important to hear because we are usually the forefront of what's going to be rolled out. And if I spin a little Popptimism on it, maybe it won't be so scary. Oh, great. Eric, I pick up my mom from the airport on Sunday. I had my brother here and I dropped him off. And then I'm like, I'm going to be here next week. So my mom comes in 2 days. I think she'll do this with me this time. She's coming for graduation, my daughter's graduation. Hi, Sandy Songjoy. How the heck are you? Oh, thanks, Sandy. You know, my Book of Faces lately has been showing me all those little anniversaries. And Sandy, you were on mine today. I should have sent you a little screenshot of that. I can't remember if it's 2 years or 3 years. But happy anniversary. Yeah, but Talca Detector, hello from Chile. So nice to see you, sweet cheeks. Buenas noches. How are you? Yay, scary movie night, Rumble night. Well, maybe I'm going to finally stay up for that. If I'm up, I will catch that. I peek, I'll throw in my little popcorn emoji and check in. It's either been too late or I'm nuts up the wazoo. I'll share all the amazing accolades of what the kids have been doing. It's been awesome. And the classroom. Where do I begin though? I should start with, because there's going to be people potentially, because I shared in a couple mom groups. Let me just put this part out. And then if you don't like the paranormal and anything wacky, you don't have to stay after. But let me talk about the crazy stuff happening in Cali right now. That's been happening and it looks like it's going to happen. AB 84. AB 84. I got that right. Yes. So there is a bill that has recently passed the Assembly Committee. It's about to go get a vote on. The next step is Assembly floor. And it's affecting. So let me just start with, do I sing? No. Taco Detector. Do you know what? My number, people would always ask, what's your couple of fears? Being eaten by a shark in the middle of the ocean is one, even though I'm never there. A couple of randos like this, but singing in public used to be one. I like, someone gave me karaoke night, I have panic attack. I just don't. But now that I've been teaching for 5 years, yeah, I kind of do. In fact, I got to sing Tuesday at graduation with a bunch of 9-year-olds. I love the mountains. I love the rolling hills. Yeah, that one. So yeah, I sing that kind of stuff. But nothing foo-foo, no. And the Giants never heard me sing. I do. I'll sing that in a sec, Area 51. I'll sing if you sing. I'll sing yours if you show me your singing. Wait, what? You know what I mean. Area 50, Juan, aka Dave Matthews. Okay, so California, Los Angeles, especially, and this is from the inside as well as outside of the education school system. For the past couple of years, especially the last 2, a flood of people are leaving the public school system. It's just happening. Homeschooling and charters and unschoolers have skyrocketed here in California. So guess what they did? Don't Stop Believing, Area 51. I'll sing that in a sec. I love that you love to sing, Moggs. So AB 84 is attacking the charters and the homeschoolers. They want to defund. So those little funds you get, a couple grand per child, when you have to go through a state charter and check in with your state charter teacher every so often and show samples of what you're doing, you get a stipend to pay for homeschool courses, usually at like where I teach, an enrichment center for homeschoolers. They have what I've been sharing for years about mentors, just elders with incredible skill sets that excel, that teach classes for children. Like there's a physics, a philosophy professor. There's a actual scientist that comes, does biology with kids. You know, the mentors. They have put in, and it's starting to pass and go through everywhere. They're putting in a bill to prevent anyone who is not credited. So any of those elders that have skills cannot teach. They're going to pull funding. They're basically going to pull over $210 million from the homeschooling charter system. So, I'll talk with the sector. I would love it. Sorry, I would absolutely love that. Okay, wait, I will write that because I'm going to forget because I'm in my PSA right now. Okay, Talca. So this defund thing, everyone's up in arms. There's marches, there's protests. All the education centers are sending out to all the community members, like, call your senators, call your representatives, call this, call this. This is the part. Hi, Robin Martin. This is the part where perhaps all the blood, sweat, and tears from over 10 years ago when SB 277 was passing to take away our medical rights and education choice, I already went through this shit. And I will tell you, it does not matter how many march, protest, show up at gruesome Newsom's, sign those recall situations. I've been involved in every single one. Does not matter if you get every single person signing. There is a ball in play. There is an agenda in play, and it will continue to roll. The Popptimism spin of this. What, girl? Illinois already passed that bill and overreach into homeschooling? Okay, well, I didn't do enough research before I did this, but I read that way first. But here's what I think, Carol, and you might follow my train of thought. Hopefully, anyone will, because I have not talked in a long time on here. So, per our charter, I think each child I've gotten $3,600 for each kid. Now that went through like some of the equestrian classes, the Learning Enrichment Center, you know, people who literally homeschool at home, which I know some of them. I know some of those people too, materials, all these kinds of things. Basically, it's all eyes on the money laundering scheme that is public education system. I said it. It is also eyes on, holy crap, we are going to lose our money laundering system because everyone is leaving the system and becoming homeschool charters. Let's get the charter homeschoolers. So they're coming after them. The Popptimism hopium spin is this. Did you know that Mr. Trumpy Trump, who a lot of people still don't like because they're not really researching a lot of things, has proposed, and this is on the White House website on January 30th, 2025, that families will get, I think, up to $10,000, not just a tax credit, but an untaxed stipend for their homeschoolers. So when I see that and the debt connect the dots, when I do that, yes, Robin, California voters are held hostage by Newsom and his baddies. Gruesome Newsom, I call him. Very frustrating. Yes, Robin, but listen, what if this proposed bill that's bringing an uprising to all these people who perhaps were not on that uprising yet 10 years ago when our religious exemptions and our medical exemptions were revoked, which that is hopefully that's going around right now trying to overturn. 10 years later, they're trying to overturn it, which means then someone like me could go anywhere. But you know what? I don't want to anymore. I'm good. I'm on a roll. Homeschooling is where it's at, especially for high schoolers. So what if this bill is intended to take down the state-run system of corruption and hold accountable, and like our own little Doge system, it's going to uncover all the money laundering done within the school systems, because the charters and the homeschoolers, I'm sorry, it's pretty damn clean. The budgets we get, we're paying mentors, we're paying elders. Hi, Chastity, how the heck are you? That's been a super long time. Like, I'm usually, for example, let's say, for instance, I hire Chastity and she maybe has a little LLC and I hired her to come in and talk to the kids and counsel the kids. Guess what? I could use charter funds to do that. This takes all this stuff away. So the uprising would be the small businesses, the families, you know, all these kinds of things. But what if that system crumbles? Yeah, our funding would get taken away. The programs, the charters, how we do things would all go away. However, here comes Mr. Trumpy Trump. And did he just say he's going to get the homeschoolers at least $10,000 per child a year to get their homeschooling underway? That's a hell of a lot more than the state was going to do. So is this just a changing of the guards? That's my Popptimism of the day. What do you think? What does it sound like? Because a lot of my pals are either freaking out, but a lot of the OGs, my besties and the OGs, that I go like this because that was me with my little girl in a stroller on City Hall steps with a pitchfork, signing, marching, calling, doing all the things. I love all of you and I appreciate people who do that. However, when something like this is in play, nothing stops it. So you have to create the new and pivot. So with this, people are like, well, how the hell do we get thousands of dollars in our pocket to pay these independent businesses? Because I don't need a accredited teacher through a charter. I want a freaking elder who is a master at their skill. I will pay them to teach my children. So guess what? I think Mr. Chumpy Chump's going to come on in and be like, federal level, pay the homeschool families. Check it out. whitehouse.org, January 30th, 2025. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're going to be okay. So that's my 2 cents. So if you're no longer interested in that kind of stuff, you may leave. Where was I? Chastity, you were there. There she is. What do you think about that? Oh, thank you, Talca Detector. Thank you, sweet cheeks. That's very sweet. I appreciate you. Last week, I was interviewed by the United States, and a friend helped me with the translation. Well, then we're going to get you the heck on here. And I tell you what, Miss Talca Detector, I need a translator myself sometimes because some people don't know what the hell I'm saying. So we'll be fine. We speak with frequency anyway. Oh, it's so cute. Thanks, peeps. Yay, Bigfoot Dwarf. How the heck are you? We're going to be in your hood tomorrow. I might have to stop by. There's a project. Yeah, what? I hope that makes sense because sometimes when I say it out loud, it doesn't. Oh, here's a Robin Martin. I like that. That money would go to the parents. Yes, directly to the parents. No more money filtering through the state. Although I love my charter lady and I love our charter, who happens to be based in Orange County, the most sovereign county. But they do service all the way up here. Homeschool is the only way forward. Community supported, not government involved. That's what this feels like it's going to do. Now, when I talked to her yesterday, she's sad because, that could be her job. However, she goes, I'm telling her this, my Popptimism viewpoint on this. She's like, I've always had a curriculum I want to do myself. I'm like, I'd rather pay you directly. And now it's like, people are like, what? And I've been coveted lately, by the way. Carol and Jane might know this. I've had some situations with my work situations. But now I'm asked by multiple places to do my thing. So this things start passing and things start shifting and the power switches back to the people, which is what the intent of 45, 47 was. This could be a good thing, California. We feel like we're still under the constraints of gruesome Newsome, like Robin says. However, like myself, when everything was taken from me, I stopped pitchfork protests and I built the new, and we are thriving. So now there's this new wave of coming for us, coming for our budgets, our monies, the education centers we go to, I work at. They're coming for that now. And I go, because we're a threat. That's kind of, people are like, no. And I'm just like, sweet, we're a threat. That's exactly the position we wanted to get in. Power back to the people. Because what is the threat? Oh, we're exposing money laundering. Oh, but what are we doing? Fucking empowering children, creating sovereign civilians of free will, free in the world to create businesses and share community. Oh my God, knock us down. You can't though, because there are moms and dads and parents in charge. So eyes on Cali. I think it's going to get messier before it gets better. Hi, Daryl Stanley. I think it's going to get even messier, but I have the optimistic view of I've already taken things under my control once before. We can do it again because you know why? Our numbers are huge. Oh boy, I'm way behind. Hold on. Oh, Andy D. Coates, how the heck are you? Your pizza picture sent me over the edge. That was awesome. It looked delicious. Nothing like Carol and Jane's, but that was a good one. I hope Juanito is sweet cheeks. Juanito. I love sweet cheeks. I do say sweet cheeks. Oh, not sweet cheeks. Hi, you guys. I've missed you guys. Yeah, I like saying sweet cheeks. Well, I call my kids that. What do I say? Oh, gosh. I say gosh. Holy smokes. Those are my words. And I'm not from Canada. Oops. Ooh, you went fast. Henry Nelson, how the heck are you? It's been a super, super long time. Over here now too, Heidi. Oh, really? To you too, Robin? Oh boy. Oh, thank you. I mean, for you just, I get it. You get from Facebook. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thank you for bumping these. I really got a lot of cobwebs kicking. Honestly, there was I think the only times I actually had a moment where I could get go live potentially, I couldn't move my mouth because I was covered in sores. So that was pretty. Trump is in Pittsburgh at the moment. Time to make Pittsburgh the Steel City again. Oh, Tracy, how are you? Tracy Benna. You guys will believe this. I don't think I ever got to share this either. Now, he's not going now, but guess who was one of 2 crane operators that were going to leave from LA to drive the equipment to DC to film Trump's birthday and the military parade? My giant. He got really into it, but then it went to another company, so whatever. But isn't that cute? That talk about the American dream, the man who just was standing and pledging and getting his citizenship last year, and now he'd be filming the parade. I cannot participate in the down of screw this man. I've been watching the slow table turn, and as a parent, I approve. So I will not get on the orange man bad train anymore. I also stay a little Switzerland with all that geopolitical bullshit because it is just that. It is a puppetry of emotions and a louche buffet. So if you stay true to your belief systems, then you'll be just fine. And trust. That's my 2 cents. Power to the people. Yeah, I'm in a sing-songy mood, huh? Trump's trying to take our Bigfoot research funding. Bull. You said he already found him and he's beautiful, great, and beautiful. I think it's his son. Oh, I love it. Oh, no, I'm just reading you guys. Yes, on Father's Day, June 14th. We were even going to push our Poland trip. So I'll be leaving the country soon, and I will try to just share some pictures and things. I cannot wait. Not only am I leaving the country, but, well, no, I can't share that part yet. I don't know. Could be on a reality competition soon, but we'll see. Not going to share that yet. I'll text you, Carol and Jane. Hi, Polly. How the heck are you? Hi, peeps. So yeah, that was my big Cali thing. That's what's the rumblings. That's what's going on in my communities right now is, oh my God, this bill, it's going. We got to stop it. And I'm like, you can't. I'm not to be like party pooper. So every party has its pooper and I'm a pop. But it's like, I've been here before. I've seen this. I've been on this ride in this louche buffet. This is like not even a sign. This is in your face evidence that the old systems are collapsing and the new systems are building. Now, to support the people you want to support, the teachers, the charters, the LLCs, the elders who are teaching your kids, do it. And from what I'm reading between the lines, you will be reimbursed or given a stipend to pay towards that. So okay, I'm going to put that to bed now. Let's talk paranormal. I introduced this guy already, right? I don't know if I did that last time. This is a gift from one of our students. So last I left you, this isn't paranormal, but I have to catch up in the classroom. We were doing the spirit animal presentations and they were so good. So good. 20 different spirit animals. The kids were shining so bright. It was amazing. And I think I told you how they randomly picked theirs that just so happened to be in alignment with their demeanor and personality. So it was really perfectly aligned. So that was really fun. And then we started getting into like local geography and gold rush stuff. And it's so interesting. We had this reader and I didn't read it first, as you probably should. But as we're reading it, I was like, oh, shit. It's about the Iron Dragon, the first railroad systems that came across. And there was a lot of racism in there because the Celestials, the Chinese immigrants, were the ones really building most of the railroads and taking advantage of, and they were striking and everything. And it was a story about that. And the kids were like, they were reading it and be like, well, what? And I'm like, I know, right? It's crazy. Humanity, man. I tell ya. And they would just talk amongst themselves like, well, that's not very nice. And then they're like, but they work so hard. I'm like, right. And like, why don't they get paid as much as the other? I'm like, I know, right? So like the whole lesson of that geography was them talking amongst themselves. And you'd be like, I know. And then I'm like, what would you do? And then they're just like, well, the world I would live in would do this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And then the kids would be like, well, we kind of live in that now. And they're talking to each other. And like, what would you do anything different? Or what would it look like when you're my age? I'm half a century. What would it look like for you? And the minds of these babes. If only it wasn't against the law for me to record them. If I could record my class one day and share it, I think everyone would swoon and be like, the world is going to be okay. And we would have a moment because with children like this, the world will be okay. So hence coming at them with this kind of bill gets people pissy. Whereas I'm like, we're still one step ahead of the game. So we'll be all good. So that's what happened in class. And now we are down to, so I have to share. This is my care share. My baby girl wrote and published a book. Are you shitting me? Look at this baby. This is my baby. And that's her. And she's not here and I love her so much. She made freebies if anyone wants. A little bookmark. The start of a new chapter, a compilation of short stories from a teenage mind. Charlie Popp. I remember she legally changed her name last year. The Giant legally adopted her. So this is such an honor. The Giant is just like, we're going to bring like a buttload of these books to his family in Poland to see like, Schwaga, they're published in America. Raven Darkly, how the heck are you? Aw. Oh, thank you very much. I need to do another dancey dance video, huh? Actually, a friend took that. That literally was the end of the night. My dogs were barking and I was done. I think you're talking about the Facebook dancey sway thing, but I was jamming so hard. At one point, I was like, oh, the teens are gone. Did we clear the dance floor in a bad way? My old school Chicago shit came on and I lost it. So I had so much fun. I think I was just supposed to chaperone, but chaperones can dance. So Hell on Wheels, Great Celestials. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, this was the Iron Dragon, it was called. It's a little reader. We do like a little popcorn reading and all that stuff. I know, right? Where in Poland? They live by the closest is, I know I need more Duolingo, Jarslow. They're closest there. That's where we fly into. Well, we fly into Krakow and then we take a smaller plane to Jarslow. He's not watching. Yeah, Poland is no, what's up? And I'm really excited because we're gonna take a step back in time, he said, pretty much, which I'm ready for too. So we're gonna see, every meal prepared, growing their own stuff, all the good stuff. And then from there, we're gonna hop over to Wales. We fly to Manchester and go to Wales. So the Giant was born and raised in Poland, a little farm town in Poland. And then he took himself to Wales. I think he was around 1819. And that's where he stayed until he came to us. And that was before he was 40. Like, what was that? Well, 2019 is when he moved here. He sold his shit and came here. And no, it's not a 90-day fiance thing. And then we eloped 6 months later. So, so anyway, this was a big honor for both of them. And so it's on Amazon if anybody wants, $14.99. But for Amazon, man, they take such a cut. So anyway, what was I going to share? Look at what she says. And I think it's in the back. Or is it right here? Yeah, it's in the back. I just have to read one little line because it makes me cry every time. I would like to thank my parents, Heidi and Martin, for being there for me through thick and thin. She names us as her parents. Now, if you know, she has a biological dad, but this stepdad stepped in. He has been her father since 2019. So what a fucking honor, let me tell you. So the day after she published this and had her launch at a bookstore, a very supportive local bookstore, mom and pop shop, the next day, one of her stories was turned into a short film and it premiered. And 5 total short films were made in this 8th grade class with Hollywood mentors. And we premiered them for the community. It was really sweet. I was so ticked though. There was no Q&A. I was like, but whatever. I talked to her all day. And my little brother, her uncle, flew in to surprise her for the weekend. So he was there for both those big events. Isn't that insane? I was just sitting there like, I mean, I think I'm sweating now, but earlier in the year, actually, if Clay comes, conspiracy music, I was talking to him. I'm like, she wants to make this cello album, but she was crumbling. She was literally spiraling as a 14-year-old. Sometimes you in her head. She was not inspired. She couldn't get it. And finally, she's like, I love music more than anything. I just don't want to make it. I just want to listen to it. And I go, what can you do without like being forced to? And she's like, I love creating stories. I'm like, do it. And this was done in 2 months. It's 2 months. That's passion. These kids were given 10 months to make a project. Now, some of the kids did do musical albums. Someone did an album that's on Spotify now. I think it has 5 songs. Another kid worked with a producer. Someone's doing a cookbook. Someone did, they all do different projects. But she's like, I'm like, what can you do? And she's like, I want to write. I go, well, maybe we'll publish. And that's the hardest part is the publishing. So I called my friend Tanya, my BFF, who's has been a published blogger and like she's a writer and everything. I'm like, can you mentor her, please, in 8 weeks to publish a book? She got her on that timeline and she did it. I'm so freaking proud of her. So yeah, that's my gushing moment. Please buy it now. Raven Darkly, Krakow is brilliant, but Warsaw, not so much. Be prepared to eat. They go around 6 to 8 meals a day. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. And I'll help prepare and everything. My kids have been doing Duolingo, so they are kind of up to some basic phrases, but I don't know. I'm nervous, excited. I've never left the country like that. So, and I kind of were just spinning all the way until I think I'll have just a little bit to prepare myself. Pack, basically. Wales is still, UK's my second home. Manchester's insane. Be careful at night, but you're going to dig it. Well done on being such a fine creative force yourself. Thank you so much, Raven Darkly. So I don't know how much time Manchester. I don't know how much time we'll actually spend in there. Where he lived was on the coast in northern Wales. So, and his nephew's still there and his best friends. So we're going to kind of house hop. I did ask if we can just rent. I would love to check out South Wales, Cardiff and Stonehenge and some things. So I don't know if that has to be another trip or something, but we're going to pack in as much as we can on the road. But we're going to see his sites. When he came to me, he surprised me. I didn't know he was coming for that 6-month time. He'd been out 2 big visits before. That was on my doorstep, a surprise. And it's because I started pushing him away. I'm like, you're long distance. This is never going to work. And he showed up. My mom knew he was coming. She's like, don't fuck this up. And he showed up and I was like, he's like, I'm going to woo you. I'm like, yeah. And by the end, I'm like, don't leave. Let's get married. That's it. Oh yeah. Andy, I don't know if I can say it. What is no, there's something about those 2 L's, like a G or a Z, something you guys taught me on your show, Andy D codes. Londudno. There's a way. Londudno. I went to him right after that show, Andy, and I was like, ready. And I went in his face and went, I forgot how I said it. And he just went, your what hurts? I didn't know what I was saying. Hi, Poncho. How the heck are you? Oh, Red River Gorge. Nice. The BF Festival. Oh, yeah, that's it. Clondudno. Clon with a CL. Clondudno. Make next trip in late November to January. I'll be touring UK, Ireland. Oh, I wish, Raven Darkly. We're going to be in Wisconsin. I think we're going to Wisconsin for Christmas this year. And then also in August, my sister's getting married. 3rd time's a charm. But that would be so cool. But I don't know, Mr. Raven Darkly. I'm sure I have a feeling my daughter is already madly in love with the UK, especially London. She's never been there, but a lot of her favorite authors and shows and things are there. So I'm like, darling, I don't know if we're going to make it over there. This is all about the coast of Wales, northern Wales. And, his life, he wants to show us his life and stuff. So I don't know if we're going to get over there, but it's there in Tokyo. My daughter's got this calling too. So I know at some point we're going to be back over there. I have a feeling like people are telling me, just get that one trip in and then you're going to be like, I want to travel the world. Because I am such a homebody and I have had such a hustle bustle life that I'm fine staying at home unplugged as long as I can possibly. But this travel bug is going to get me. It's going to feel good. Clandano. Ugh, how could I not remember that? I think I'm just nervous. I'll be meeting my mother-in-law for the first time. Clandano. And here now it's time for my community strike. We also are going to be able to visit his dad who passed away. He's a victim of the vent later. I'm trying not to get a community strike. And Rendez, what you know, he is a victim of that, and that we know is an agenda. So we get to see. We're going to lay him to rest in our own way there, but get to be with his family a lot. I'm so excited. I've been seeing some pictures. I really haven't dived too deep in a lot of Poland and the territory and stuff, but oh my gosh, it looks so picturesque and fairy tale like. Oh, and this was interesting. Right now it's a bit off, but I just should be PM then. Oh, good. I'm so excited. When he moved there, Raven, he was 19 or so, and he got a job at that huge hotel that on the water there. And I don't know if he wants me to share this, but I think it's amazing. It just shows what a freaking workhorse, dedicated guy he is. He got a free place to stay there if he worked the hotel. So that's how he got acclimated to Wales. That's how he taught himself English. And yes, he has an English accent, but he's Polish. And then he branched out eventually to this little Indian restaurant next door. And that was his life for a couple of years. Just he'd use the pool, he'd use the facilities, but he'd work his butt off and have free rent, stay at the hotel and work nonstop. And then he got himself out of that, and he eventually got his place right there in London. Clandano. I was about to say something, I forgot. It'll come back. Something about Wales. It'll come back. Shoot. I don't remember. So that's happening. So what's my point? Holy shit. Time just keeps going. What are some other major bits? So graduation's Tuesday. My daughter's graduating. My mom comes Sunday. My little man, he's taller than me now. That just happened the last 2 months. Literally taller than me. I'm like, what's happened? What? But we're doing well. I had to regenerate for a little while. I went down hard. That was crazy. Not just me too. And it also had to, I think it was respiratory. So a lot of people went through a respiratory thing. Even Lawrence and I was checking in with him. I'm like, do you want to go live? I'm fine if we do. I'm just not going to have much of a voice. I was like, ugh. And I sent him a little talk text. He goes, rest. And I started pounding mullein leaf. If anyone's aware of that stuff, because this sinus head respiratory thing went into my lungs, and I kept doing my day-to-day activities. I'm like, oh my gosh, I could get walking pneumonia. So 24 hours, I was doing mullein leaf treatments over and over and over, and then it was gone. Just saying, all that good stuff, and oil of oregano. That's my antibiotic. So with that being said, what did I say? What's the latest? What's going on with everybody? What's happening online? I told you what's happening in California. We do have a lot of controlled burns right now. Bigfoot dwarf, do you have any by you? We have at least, I think, four up here in the valley, some in the desert, Lancaster. But there's signs on the highway, the ones like don't drink and drive and cook it or ticket. Now they're saying controlled California burns, firefighter controlled burns. So I think because they don't want everybody making reports, or I don't know. Thankfully, we don't have any wind, but shush, kind of crazy. Yes, mullein leaf, oregano, perfect little combo. That healed me up quick. But those little, oh my goodness, I was hurting so bad. My little man was making me smoothies. I think it was started from my burn. I'm sure it's herpes too. Come on, who doesn't have that? But I've never had more than one cold sore. This was I have 2 scars. This was around everything. I'm like, what happened? And there were some kids that were getting mullein leaf rot. Ew. Too much information. So what else is new? More fires. It's under control, folks. Yeah, nothing to see here. Move along, folks. Oh, Bakersfield's burning now too. Is that a controlled one, Robin? Oh, the Midwest is dealing with smoke from the Canada wildfires. It's not one thing, it's another. Has it gotten to you that yet though, Jane? I've seen some of your sweet little lives, your farmstead, your homesteads looking amazing. I didn't see too much smoke yet. Oh, that's awful. When I'm stressed out. Tracy, that was the other bit. There's been a lot of like underbelly stuff going on in our little lives, the little communities I'm in, that's really taken a hold in a negative way. And I'm just trying to keep my bootstraps pulled up. And what's nice is I'm able to keep the perspective of keeping my focus on the children, not just mine, but those in my care. If I can continue to do that and stay in that frequency I need to, so they can really see me, we're going to get through this. But so sick of drama. Oh my Lord. Doesn't matter what community you're in. There is divisive drama with people leading by ego and narcissistic talking heads. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I don't know if I'm in the snarky bit mode. We'll see. Oh, the smoke started today. Shite. No smoke. Hi, Amy. Wait, is that Amy? No, that's 2 E's. That's when it happens, Tracy. Yep, that might have been the trigger too. That would have made sense because that was right around that same time. But one after the other like that, like covered, it was crazy. And it wasn't around the time my daughter was gone. So she was gone, 8 days? I like lived in her room. Like curled up. Like I wasn't like, oh, maybe. I was really like, have a great time. And then she's gone and I'm just like, whoa, whoa, like holding this space. She was going to be fully immersed with some people that I consider, they could very well be riddled in attachments and parasites, but she's also going to be around a lot of those areas where I've been visited as a kid. So I'm like, is it her turn? So she didn't come back with any crazy stories, but she did come back after that rite of passage. Something shifted. So, Erin Moriarty, how the heck are you? Peace into you. And my blocking finger gets tired, right, Robin? It's so much. Holy smokes, it's so much. Oh, Area 51, you have a fire up there. Pacific Northwest. My goodness, come on. Yeah, I guess 'tis the season. Speaking of which, there's a bunch of 5th and 6th graders building a fire right now. they're not that far. Their trips, that grade, the trip's usually over a week they usually do for them, but they're only just going for the weekend. So I'm going to blink and he's gone, and that's about it. He had a little business block. He was hustling too. Yeah, no snarky bits. What was I going to say? Are people gathering? Is anyone gathering? I appreciate this community build, but like I said, I'm putting the kids stuff first, and I haven't made too much effort. Plus, no one really invited. But yeah, it was so hard. No, it's not hard. It's been sad watching a group of people that I supported unconditionally, that I thought were supporting me, that just turned the other way. And I think it had a lot to do with one girl that said in her closing remarks to me before she blocked me everywhere, that I betrayed her. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you betray? You mean I allowed you to betray me for a year? Like, what's the betrayal? So that I had a lot of reflection the past couple months. And what I learned the most is people can get sucked into cults really fast. And people really think they're their shit. Be careful of cults, people. Stay independent. Stay sovereign. That's my dun 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 ching. Hi, Cryptidville. You've been looking for a bit. How are you, Cryptidville? Nice to see ya. Creeping in Cryptidville. That sounds about apropos. Aaron, I got 2 visits coming in Wisconsin. We'll be there early August, and I'm coming for Christmas. We're going to change it up this year. We usually have such a long break. We're off over a month at Christmas. That homeschool life. Ching. So we're going to travel this time. And because it used to not want to, because I'm like, I don't want to be stuck in any blizzards. But they've been having the white stuff comes like not the white stuff. The snow usually, well, call it snow too. Flashback to my 90s days. The weather turns usually now in the new year, huh? So Erin Moriarty might see you on the dance floor at Drumhouse soon. You're staying at your parents, recovering. Oh, I'm wishing you a speedy recovery, sir. Dustin, what's happening? Let's crack a lackin'. How the heck are you? How's your gatherings? Oh, I got to connect with you again. Now, I was just telling Aaron. So we already put Wisconsin in the books for when I told you, end of July, early August, but now December too. So be up in your face. Dustin's a flying chariots the rise. Heck yeah, we are. You know what? I haven't been sharing anything. Do you know what can happen? And I maybe I shouldn't when I go to Twitch. But there's some new feature here on StreamYard. Gabriel Jane, did you see this? We show comments right away. Let's see if that works. Let's see who comments next and see if it just pops up. I guess I could have done that from the beginning. But some of this stuff's private. Wait, Tracy Benna, what? Your son didn't speak to you for 6 weeks because you're a crazy conspiracy theorist. Oh, what was it you were talking about? I got to, oh, there they go. Can you see it down there? Oh, like that. Huh. Should we do that? Is that invasive? I don't want y'all to get quiet, though. Sometimes I don't bring them up because I'm like, you never know. Someone wants to be incognito. Oh, I sure as hell can't see that. I'm too old to see that far. I'll stick to this one over here. Oops. Wait, let's see. I hope you post pictures of Europe trip for me. Absolutely, Tanya Love. Bob, I think you asked you before. Absolutely will. The pictures will be. And that giant man, he has been, I don't know, he has a new kick to his step. Industry is tough. It's been tough. However, I don't know. Maybe he's just excited to travel and show us all the things. I have the same number, but I have a new phone. Oh, I kind of love getting new phones in that sense. I usually never transfer phone numbers. I'm like, let's see who cares. And then I'll reboot the old phone and look up numbers and be like, I'm not keeping them. Ooh. Oh, what? What the? Is that? How do you say that? Looks Polish to me. Hey, it works. So yeah, so should I keep that up or not? It's good, Heidi. Oh, you've started using it, Andy. Okay, I'm finally at the right place there. Cool. Okay, I might as well. We'll look busy. Weather modification, Asheville being overlooked. Oh yeah. One of my bestest is Hendersonville, Tracy. She just went through another round of just weirdness. How are you over there? Are you in Asheville? Oh, that's the stuff. I get it. That's what your son was saying. Oh, good gracious, Tracy. How old is your son? I mean, the Malibu crap is still going on. Thank goodness there's still people that are questioning, and even people that would never have dreamt of putting these things together are literally boots on the ground going, what the actual F? This is melted and the grass is here. It's like, thank you. Yes. Keep questioning. Groovy like a record. Still say, I think I'm a little behind. Excuse me. Amy Chilson in the house. I miss you too. How are you? Amy, I just shared you with both my brother and sister. They're looking to do some sort of soul searching expedition. I'm like, the Camino. Get to the Camino. So I think they're binging all your stuff right now. And it is Polish. Are you a Polish pal, Cryptidville? I have a Polish giant. And now, according to my deceased grandmother, there's a little bit of Polish in my blood, too. And in me once in a while. Oh, I had to do that. Area 51 losing his phone. Come on. Come on. Oh, your son's 28. Oh, gosh. Yep. So, sorry, Tracy. Because my bro Same generation. That was a hard target. Those kids born in the 90s, right? That target audience. My guy was fully, I love him so much, and he's doing his damnedest to pull out of his head, but program after program, like top 10, like I don't even know how to say, just in case he'll never come across this, but he went extreme with the indoctrination, full on medical mafia, his petri dish, all of it. He's part of that generation. So I hear you. It's hard to get through there. I just realize I'm a better listener now with him. But I know the second I start talking about anything, you change the subject and glazes. I'm like, okay, no, I can't even go there. Amy, you're heading to California now. Is this a long trip? Poor Amy's been here like twice for over a month, and I'm like 30 minutes away. I'm like, I can't get to you. I'm changing my current reality, Amy, though, so I'm going to have a lot more availability next year. I'm excited. Oh, bye, Area 51. Smell you later. Thanks for playing. I didn't even get you any celebrity feet stories. I'll do that soon. I was just saying I could. Oh, okay. Sorry, Cryptovel. I missed that. You could post in Polish when I'm here to encourage you to learn more. Awesome. Sweet. Thank you. I got a thing for languages. That's awesome. So that wasn't like a translate thing. You literally wrote it like that. Like you can read and write in Polish. Professor Bauer, how the heck are you? Nice to see you, sir. What's your latest and greatest? What's happening? Amy, yes, we will see each other. I got a graduate on Tuesday, and then we're all done on Thursday. Celebrity feet stories. Yes, Amy. I kind of I gave a few nightmares to Area 51 last year, maybe over a year ago, with some of my stories. One of which is one of his celebrity heartthrobs, or crushes. The glamazon, Miss Charlize. She's got feet like a beast. Yes, I worked with her up close and personal. And her poor kid who was in a wig in 120 degrees. Oh, I got stories like that for days. Oh yeah, so this little chat that's on there. If that's turning anybody off, tell me. I can turn it off in a second. I guess it's done there. Have love, right? She is very tall. Yes, this was a Dior commercial. This was in the desert. So if you ever see the one dripping in the desert and crawling along, they had to make that little pool. It's supposed to look like a mirage. We were out there freaking, more than 126 degrees. It was surreal, but that wasn't even the hard part of it. When you're in that kind of heat, and I do like a dry heat. Where's Mr. Jim Goodall? I love the dry heat. This was the wind. The wind was Mad Max style. We were like, and I'm a snack lady. And they got me one of those lunchbox, they call it. It's a trailer. It's a refrigerated trailer. Air conditioned trailer. So you can sit inside and eat. And when you're in an area like that, anything you put outside is going to be covered in sand in no time. So it was a very difficult job, high-end clients and everything. And what sucks is I was so good at my job that Charlize and her whole team, after the caterer broke down trying to get to us, so I just supplemented and did like these trays for them. They're like, oh no, she can make our food the rest of the time. So a crew of 100 and the celebrity, I damn near quit after that. That was a tough one. That was really tough. But then you have the stories of, well, her feet are beasts. I was literally sitting there looking at him going, that doesn't look like, I don't know. I've seen a lot of tall women before. I couldn't tell you, M Love. And I'm probably going to be wise enough not to say anything like that on line right now. However, super divine femme here, everything else was questionable. And yes, the whole thing about the kids, so I met the mom. The mom I interacted with the most. She was there and she was taking care, and she only had the one child at the time. I've shared this before on here, but in that heat, this little boy, girl, I think they were going for girl, was in probably 9, 10 maybe, head to toe Elsa outfit with the wig and everything. Not even in the commercial, just like we're surviving in the desert. So this A-list, job could get done, this $1 million gig. And the heat, why would you do that? Like, if anything, he should be in shorts and a tank top and flip-flops. No, full thing, stocking, shoes, and all. And I was just like, and gluten-free. If anyone wanted to know. It was sad. And, at the time, energy work within La La Land, I did the best I could, but the sorrow, the pain body, not even like help me. It was more like detachment. Like they were completely just like surrendered. Oh, it's so sad. So sad. That was a translate. I can only speak Hindi. Oh, nice. I can only speak Hindi. Oh, wait, what? I can only speak Hindi, Arabic, Spanish, Chinese, German, and I know a few other. I know enough of a few other languages to end up in jail. Are you MI5? You sound like a very important person there, Kryptonville. I'm just saying. Heavy rain, send it this way, Poncho Zorch. We could use one more. Yes, Amy, I would love, with best stories ever. So 30 years total, well, probably 32 of me within there, and all avenues. I like to say 15 years behind the camera and 15 years in front of the camera. That's kind of like the journey I had. But behind the camera, I thought I grew up the whole time thinking it was front of the camera, but the behind the camera is where I thrived really and created a successful business, but also where, people are like, wouldn't you ever go back? And I'm like, I hold it in a new way now, but it's carnies, bunch of carnies. I love it. I loved it. I loved getting to the point where I could say who I wanted to work with. That's what you want to do. I hope your dad got to do that. What department was he in? What did he do? Very manly man. Yes. Yes, I'm love. Very manly man. Oh, thanks, Xavier Windy. What a name. Xavier Windy. Very sweet. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's the lighting. And my dad's eyes. Uh-oh, what's Bigfoot dwarf crying about? Dead inside. My motto is that you're harder to fool when you're able to understand others who speak different languages than you. That's a perfect motto to have. I'm going to share that one. Perfect, excellent motto to have. Absolutely. Yeah, we got to know what we're listening to. That's why I got really big into studying people's inflections and the energies and stuff. So you can pick up when they're talking about you, but you can also pick up if the intent is good or if there's an intent to deceive. Oh, you meant Harry Hamlin. Was it Bobo? Who's his owl's name is Bobo? Clash of the Titans is my favorite, Harry Hamlin. You think he's a vampire? Really? Oh, I can see that. Met a few cannibals. They pass themselves as vegans. You forgot French. See, French is what I think I can pull off. I think I can get around in France a little bit. Did it all middle school, high school. I'm so comme ci, comme ça, but could kind of figure it out. Creative director of J. Walter Thompson. Ooh, fancy pants. So probably on all the sets and pre and post production, they were probably doing. Patricia Feeman at the Hot Springs. Hi, Patricia. Oh, you're so close then. How are you? Congratulations, Freeman family. My dear pal Patricia, her oldest daughter just got married. That's such a big deal. Oh, I'm so happy. Give my love to everybody. Oh, I bet it's just incredible. Congrats, you guys. Your pictures are just to die for, Patricia. You all just looking just in this happy love bubble. I absolutely love it. Oh, he's back. Are you at the shop, Bigfoot Dwarf? How is it over there? M loves from Florida, Tampa. Perfect. Oh, Patricia, that's so cool. I don't know if you're still there. Give my love to everybody. Are you going to keep coming this way? I think that's what you're saying. I didn't hear back from you after that. And get my mom Sunday. And yeah, then we speed roll into party after party after party. Well, I think I'm caught up there. So yeah, that's my latest and greatest. I swore there was one other thing and it had to do with whales, and it's just not coming to me. There was something I had to share. Wonkin and Tampa. You're in North Carolina. Yep, my pal's Hendersonville. She loves her Hendersonville. She just had her birthday. Oh, yes. Oh, it's hot in your shop. Oh, It's a hot one. Oh, Bigfoot dwarf. I've got to bring Charlie again just to talk to you. Wait till you see the shift in her eyes. So she was in Bigfoot territory. She was in Shasta County, Weed County, and Siskiyou County, Weed, California, and Shasta. They spent time all up there. And something shifted. It was so cool. Patricia, you leave Sunday for Malibu. Where in you're staying in Malibu? I know there's still a lot of good Malibu spots. I haven't gone through yet. Well, good. So you're going to be around. I'll let you know. We'll get Mama out. We'll meet you out for a toddy. But do you have places to stay? So my mom's in the guest, but I mean, if you guys are stuck, we got couches and everything. Cousins, you're on the coast. Gorgeous. M loves on the coast. Graduation party. I seen the MIT underground ceremony today online. Oh, underground. Aw. The underground. That's really sweet. Yeah, this little graduation Tuesday is going to be 14 eighth graders. And they have to do presentation, speeches, which is, I remember seeing them last year. And you're like, is this a high school graduation? These kids are so evolved. They've just so found their voices. All of them, especially with this big 8th grade year of finding their passion in their projects and stuff, and these accomplishments, empowerment they have this clear voice. I'm going to be a mess. I told my little class, because my class will be there. I just said, have your Kleenex for Miss Heidi, because Miss Heidi's going to be like, a little girl even said, you should wear waterproof mascara then, because you wear makeup. I'm like, yes, you're right. Folks there in Weed, California. That's where there's an amazing site there called Headwaters, Bigfoot Dwarf. This fella keeps buying up acreage, so he's getting a little bigger and bigger and bigger. And, it's all Roughing It. It's all the Roughing It style. And it's such an awesome venue to bring kids up, bring little classrooms up, especially for their rites of passage. So it's a, property where you can be safe. However, you're still secluded. And then they can go through that, that overnight experience solo, but then come together to commune and build and whatever. I don't know. I'm excited. If I do stay with my class that I'm with for some time, I think it'd be a great place to take them in 8th grade. Oh, you're all set. Let me know when you're free. Love the family. Yay. Okay. Much love, Patricia. I will. Yes. Yeah. Marchie was just asking to see. He hadn't heard Seth yet. And I'm like, they are in wedding mode, man. We're not going to hear from them, but we are around. And honestly, I haven't done the coastal bit since really a lot of the fires. We're always Ventura and up, but I think it's time to head down a little bit. Okay, well, good. Good to see all that. I don't think I'd function well in Wales. Last time I met some people from Wales, I was in another country and was sucked into no bueno, made by a couple programmers from Wales. Oh, no. Well, that's the good thing. My little giant, I don't think he subscribes to anything. Wait. Last year, 2 hours. Made by a couple programmers from Whale. I think I see what you're putting down. Yeah, God, if only I could get the giant on here sometime. That would be so cool. Well, anyway, yeah, I'm so curious what it'll feel. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Thanks, Cryptid Valley. You reminded me. So I know she's not going to see this, but I'm not going to share names or anything. But I have a very, very dear friend, a very witchy woo, awesome, good witch. I just call her that. Amazing healer pal here in Los Angeles. And she has been studying for years remote viewing and that kind of stuff. Now, she is not into the talking heads. She is not into the pay to play. She's not into any of the scenes. She's solo studying and solo working on her journey. She's even writing a script. And it has a lot to do with this tiny little, I guess, magical area just above Clandudno. I don't know if Andy's still here. I hope I said that right. And when I ran into her at one of our kids' events, I told her where we're going. And she was just like, that's where my script is based. And she and I have had a special connection, like a otherworldly energetic connection. So in sharing our locale of all the world, and it's going to be there, which she hadn't been to yet, it was just this, we both got like the goosebumps, and it was like, oh, I will stay in contact with whatever I can with you from there, and whatever I can do for it. But supposedly we're going to be very close to some supernatural, paranormal, portalish, multidimensional community. And I told the giant, I'm like, I know we're not going to all those other places, but this is the only thing on my list. Can we please go there? And so we're going to go there. So I'm super excited. I couldn't tell you the name of it right now. Probably if I pulled up a map, I could. But it's something enchanting. It's like the old Grimm fairy tales and things. So if you're familiar with Clondudno, Northern Wales, the coastal communities is just above that area. So anyway, I'm excited. I'm going to get some woo in. I got to get the woo in. Uh-oh, they were cute. I was drinking not a cute combination. That's when shit happens, Cryptoville. Even children. No. My cousin went to MIT years before, so I teared up hearing my last name and stuff. Oh, that's cool. So your cousin graduated MIT. That's what you're watching? That's really cool, Tanya. I was a DePaul girl. I went to DePaul University in Chicago. I mean, I'm on the paperwork, but we didn't really show up all the time. So I guess I graduated. I'm doing stuff different now. I mean, my kids have choices. But again, like circling back to the beginning of this with the AB 84, that they're coming after the homeschoolers and charters and stuff. Another thing that, empowers the homeschool charter community is they can start taking courses at community colleges their second year, so their 10th year. So what would be their sophomore year. So by the time they graduate high school, they could have an associate's. Like that's a threat to California because they're not going to be draining all this money. I went to Villanova. We got some foo-foos in the house. Blue Devils. Yeah, I danced for the Blue Devils. Blue Devils Demon Girl. That sounds awful. Just my first year. I think I told you that, Carol. And then my best friend on the team was Kid Rock's little sister. Hi, Jill Ritchie, who taught me how to be bulimic. We had an era. She left before our freshman year was up. She wanted to come out and be an actress, and she never used her name as like Kid Rock's sister, who, by the way, is a gentleman, and the family's chill. They are very affluent family they're not from the streets of Detroit. They're a very rich family from outside of Detroit, but they're kind. So that's cool. That's my Kid Rock story. But Blue Devils, yeah. Oh, yeah. And get this, Carol. So last week at my daughter's launch of her book, get it now on Amazon. Bobsha, the Giant's aunt, came. She came to support Charlie. And she brought two priests with her buddies. We used to hear all about these guys. These are like her buddies. But they were in town for something. One is one of not a pastor. What's the name? There's a name for it. Like from DePaul, the main priest guy. there's a name for that. He was there, and so is this Polish man, a Polish priest. What are the other names of these guys? The guy who now became the Chicago guy that came the new pope. What's the next levels? Anyway, the DePaul guy, when he heard I went to DePaul, and he was asking me questions, Father Gregory. And I mean, gotta be honest in front of those with the cloaks and the cloth. So I was like, well, I didn't go very much, Father Gregory, to tell you the truth. And I go, but I did dance for the devils. And I was like, oh, wait, I mean, the blue demons. I'm like, wait. And he just started laughing. And so it's weird. You hear about somebody with a title like that. A bishop. Thank you, guys. Are they bishops? No, cardinals. I met Cardinal Bernardine from Chicago. He had me punch him. I used to work at a mob Italian restaurant, a total mob place, open late night and stuff. And they brought the cardinal in one late night. He was so cute and sweet. And he had all his guards with him. And I'm just talking to him. I go, sir, do you need anything? And he saw how nervous. So he goes, it's okay, honey. He goes, I'm just here to chill. I'm like, okay. And he goes, punch me. And I'm like, excuse me, sir? And he goes, punch me. And he took my hand. He's like doing this. And I go, what do you mean? And then I go like, and it's like hard as a rock. He goes, I have to wear bulletproof clothing everywhere I go under this huge cloak. He was in his full attire. And I'm like, oh, wow. I go, well, enjoy your supper and your wine. So, yeah, the Polish priests. I guess they're priests. Maybe not cardinals, maybe not bishops. I guess they're priests. Cardinal, Bishop Gregory. No, none of those sound right. Met some two holy rollers. And after the presentation, they shared a pitcher of beer. So they're just like us. But it is funny to meet the people of the cloth. I get a little squirrely. I get a little like, I really try to think before I speak. And then at the same breath, I'm like, they can read my mind or they know, just like I do with my little witchy pals. Sometimes if my mind wanders, I'm like trying to bring it. I'm like, no, they're going to pick up on that. Watch your thoughts. Archdiocese? No, not them. But oh, you got family in East Side Chicago? Whereabouts? I lived Monsignor? Yeah, maybe it was just a priest. You guys are sweet. Cryptonville, yeah, I moved here 25 years ago from Chicago. Now I've lived all over the place, but Chi-Town, man, I consider that a chunk because that was my first time really living on my own. So 1992 to 2000. There was a year in there chunked a bunch of different times that I'd stay with my folks out in the burbs. But I kept going back, and then I left there to go to Los Angeles. So I'm a sucker for major metropolitan cities, I guess. My dad was born, he was Southside Chicago, and my mom was Westside Chicago. So north side, south side, the tracks kind of thing. Elm Street, holy smokes. Oh, cool. Gorgeous. So you were by what? Second City, all that kind of fun stuff. One of my first teaching gigs was Division and Wells, right by Cabrini, which is no longer there. So wait, Elm Street, that's foo-foo. Are you Gold Coast? That sounds really foo-foo. That's Roger and Ebert, Oprah area. I took my little bike everywhere. So my places were Lincoln Park, Wrigleyville, Lincoln Park. Oh, I said Lincoln Park. Andersonville was my favorite. Everything runs on grease there, one way or the other. Oh, me in Chicago, pretty much. Best food ever. Chi-Town. My sister actually, we were talking about that, and my brother, like we're just getting older, and now we're friends in our 50s. And now we all kind of left the area, and our only relative that's left in the Illinois area is in, where the heck is he? Lincolnwood? No, I'm going to have it wrong. It's kind of by where we used to live. So kind of by Schaumburg-ish area, I think. Oh my God. I think I'm getting burnt out. I haven't done this in a long time. Oh, you've personally never been there. That's where your family lived. Oh, okay. There you go. Well, they were pretty foo-foo, it sounds like. My father was telling a joke to the Archdiocese of Detroit in the 90s, and everyone became nervous. I know, right? It is like, I was talking to them. I'm like, what's coming out of my mouth? They were really, really cute, though. Really sweet. They were so just grateful. They were just happy to be there. And bless my little Bobsha for bringing them. We didn't even know they were coming. And, but the more the merrier, especially when she was premiering her book out now on Amazon. And she was giving her little presentation, and they were just sitting there like, we want to donate. They're so cute. They're used to donations, I guess. Yeah, Chicago's been coming up again. Carol and Jane, Chicago is coming up again with my brother and sister. Like, do we invest? Do we get like a little family little spot and like just come in and out of Chicago? Because it is a pain in the ass to get to Door County. Sorry, Erin Moriarty, if you're still there. It's a lot. He laughed. Good. Born in East LA. Parfait, Poncho. I would have been, I think, a lot of my life probably closest to Carol and Jane, I think. I mean, Henry's not that much further, is it? Especially from, the burbs, northwest burbs of Chicago. But I lived Illinois, Texas, Oregon, Chicago. And then I was a fib. And I guess I can say it now if some of the educators are off now. And a fib is a fucking Illinois bastard. So that's what they would call people who would summer in Wisconsin or just travel up for holidays. And we did that. We had a summer home. However, I got quick. I'd my dad and I would always retort, we pay taxes. We pay taxes here, like, or we have a business here, like we're part of you. And now we just have roots there. So 2 to 3 hours. Yeah, that's nothing, Carol. Thank you. I didn't know you're still there. You guys are sweet. Well, where are we at? Do we wind down? I'd like to do this again. I'll probably bug y'all tomorrow. I wonder if Lawrence and I will meet Sunday. It depends on him. He is kicking ass and taking names. He is literally Mr. Holistic Health Guy. He's all over the place. He's working so hard on Rainbow Chefs Academy. And I've been dealing with my health, but also he's been dealing with a lot on his plate. So hopefully Lawrence and I can chit chat and talk to y'all on Sunday. I guess I'm kind of losing my voice. Maybe it's time to go. So if I didn't say before, my daughter is a book. No, I'm just really proud. And that's where I've been. When I was a waitress, I had a customer who wore 4 rings. I said to my boss, I think my customer went to 4 schools. No, my boss said I was waiting on Chuck Knoll. Ooh. Oh, Chuck Norris? Or no, Chuck Knoll. Oh gosh, I should probably know who Chuck Knoll is. I don't know who Chuck Knoll is. Who's Chuck Knoll, Tracy Benna? And am I going to like be embarrassed? Because I should have known. I want to say it sounds familiar, but I keep thinking Chuck Norris. But you're talking about 4 class rings. Are we talking Demon Guy or Bulls? Or the Bears? Partied with them all. I didn't take any rings. The Steelers coach. Oh gosh. Okay, yeah. Well, there you go. I'm a Packer girl. I'm a Chicago Packer girl. Just because I'm a daddy's girl. That's awesome. Oh my goodness. Well, there you go. Well, I'm really happy to see you peeps. Thank you for playing. Thanks for stepping in and saying howdy, bumping these algorithms again. Bigfoot Dwarf, thank you for your patience. He's like, where is the live? When are you going to live? I know. And then I see you every time I wake up and refresh my phone because it goes offline at night where we're turn off the Wi-Fi at night. Bigfoot Dwarf is live like every morning. So I'm like, yeah, why don't I just sit on my phone and do it? Why don't I just do whatever? I always see it. Maybe I'll do that on the road. Your first live, Amy. Thanks for playing. I hope you liked it. Did the daughter have a robot granny sighting? Shasta, no. No robot granny sighting. Best effort. No, she did not. But she did overcome. The other thing she overcame, that rite of passage, that 18-hour overnighter was amazing for her, Glenn. And we never thought she would be able to do that. But she was the one that when they only checked on like 2 or 3 kids, the rest they let him. But the educator's like, I'm a little worried about this girl, Charlie. So they just did a walk by and she's already like, what's up? She made it like this little makeshift fort. And they're like, are you okay? She goes, yeah, I've been born to do this. I've been making forts my whole life. And they left her. And then, the sun goes down middle of the night and they don't go back till 8, 9 in the morning. And she killed it. I think she needed that time alone with her thoughts just to see how powerful she was. Oh, but my point, river rafting. She went on the Klamath down the route that I did as a little girl too. And I just kept envisioning, the giant was like, she's never going to get in the boat. I'm like, I don't know, something about her this trip. She's going to do it. Not only she did it, but she didn't get thrown in. So there was a girl that fell in and she could see like the boat going over her when they were going down the rapids. They got her, of course. But my daughter kept saying like, "Woo, thank God it wasn't me." I'm like, I know, right? Because she'd never go in the water again. But the Klamath, what a gorgeous little river rafty thing. Oh, book link. Yeah, I got to put the book link in. I can do that from my phone, can't I? Thanks, Carol. I'm going to put it in the link. Put it in the chatty chat. Why not? You guys, I'm not like forcing anybody on here now to like, now you have to buy it. It's, I'll put it on. If you know any teens, if you think you might, it might resonate with you, or if you want to support, that's very sweet. I'm going to get the link right now. However, this was on airplane mode and now I'm on YouTube. I think Blazer, are you texting me? Charlie Pop Schwalga. Here it is. Oh, hi, TKB. How the heck are you? You're missing the robot granny party. Tracy Benna, I don't have an interview on next. I'm going to talk to my pal tackle detector. But it might be me tomorrow. And then I've got to line up some, but I might do the interviews when I get back because I have the whole month of July. And my intent, I want to do Dennis Carroll. There's quite a few that I want to chit chat with. And what I'd like to do with that is do one after the other, like get my little Jessica Jones party going. Cause I love how she is such a great businesswoman too. But Carol has taught me this as well. And Jane, gotta be consistent. So when I return and I have those few weeks of summer, I'm just gonna be like every day at this time, boom, 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 interview, interview, interview. Let's play. And there's that. Remember that ranger? Oh, some of you were new to this link. We did this amazing trip to this park, Placerita Canyon Park. And this park ranger who's not anything to do with tech, he's got a flip phone. He's all about, all the things. But yet I was fascinated by him. I'm like, would you ever do an interview? He's like, for you, I'd consider it. So I'm going to contact him and see if I can get him on an interview. Here, I just posted the link to the book. Oh, wait. Hunting the Chat. Thanks, Blazer. And I would like to get like some of those little funky people that are like in the corners of the earth that you might not ever meet. And oh, don't tell Sweet Cheeks. And interview them and just share like these beautiful people that are out there spreading this infectious joy because they are doing what they love. Love running into those kind of people. Like that's why I love road trips too. I love going to that like random diner with like Flo, waiting on ya and just hearing the little stories. I love these stories. Turns out my daughter likes writing little stories too. So Tracy, check back. I will share when I lock in like the day to day. I really want to push this. And it looks like next year I'm going to have some more availability to do this more too. Shasta for me is a bit. I know I said it was ending. I'll go in one sec. Yes, Amy, I had a very intense, I know this is your first live on here, intense experience at Shasta. So when my daughter was going, it really kind of tripped me up for a bit, but in a good, kind of like, well, she can change this. And then I did as much work as I could possibly do to figure out this experience I had. Turns out I was like and this isn't people telling me this is what happened to me, which I can't stand either. When the talking heads, like that's how they get you. Like, I know you're from another planet and we did this. Like, if it doesn't resonate and like unlock something myself, it's a storytelling. But I unlocked some things and I get the filter because I kind of do that here in Los Angeles, filtering out the old energies that need to come through. So when I was there, I had lots of time. I had all this crazy shit happen to me. My mom still recalls it too. She was like, that was weird. So it was just going up to the mountain. And then as soon as I was leaving, I was better. But what I thought was like a 24-hour flu was like a 3-day knockout. Total like train spotting, sinking in the bed, tripping out under a skylight with lightning and all this crazy shit and souls like going in and out and in and out. So yeah, Shasta's crazy. It's also completely infiltrated and taken over. However, not taking over, I should say anymore, right? All those little agenda things, reptilian and all that kind of stuff, but there's dark and light. So there's probably a battle for the grounds because they're sacred. I know, but like Bigfoot Dwarf can contest when you are in a situation like that, in a place like that, being in a high frequency state of being, then, you can flip shit. You can flip it light, but you can also transmute. And I think that's what I know. Bigfoot Dwarf's king of that. Just saying. And his experiences. I think he as well is admired and respected in that multidimensional realm for the grace that he brings and the respect he brings to sacred lands. And that's what some people aren't doing anymore. They're hijacking the energy. They're sucking it dry. Oh, Hunting the Shadows an hour. Perfect. I'm going to see you there. Oops. Wait. Carol has big ponies. Okay, wait. I have to catch up. Before I say goodbye. Rumble movie night after Dennis Carroll. Okay. Hunting the Shadows. See you all in this little live chat in an hour. Then over on Rumble Midwest Night Watchers, they have their epic and amazing Rumble movie night. They have the best classic movies, horror movies, all those kinds of movies. They've had Twilight Zone. They've had all those good shows over there. And I love it because it's not censored. The Abdominal Snowman's tonight? What? No. Sweet. And I'm by myself. Still. And for a little while. I'm going to have a dancey dance. I have not had a dancey dance party in a long time. Joe Fox, how the hell are you? Nice to see you. Thanks, sir. You do too. This is my high five. There's the book. I'm just catching up. You weren't born in East LA? Poncho, you're messing with my soul. Jessica is super talented and sweet, and she authentic, right? That's somebody I haven't met in person, and I usually hold that clause over someone. But if you can connect with people offline, like just phone calls, or even when you're and I've done doing her show, talking afterwards, you can get a vibe. That chick is fabulous. She's a great mother. Like, she knows what's up. She pulled her little britches up and she ballooned her whole, I call it a whole business. She's on fire and she's lovely. And she doesn't play the games. Like, sometimes play the game in here or pick sides or, all that snarky bit. She is class. She is class. She does not shoot people down. And I hugely respect that. My husband or kids are not into the paranormal. Oh, Tracy. Okay, they signed up with you for a reason then. Mine are forced to. Well, other than the giant, like his courting me was sending me pictures that are of blurred out Google Maps going, tell me more. What do you think this is? And I'm like, taking my clothes off. 3-letter agencies. Oh yeah, Shasta? Probably. Spiritual high vibes. Where's the no spoon? Okay, I missed something. Oh, yes, Carol. Amber Paraworld's going to be on with you this Sunday. With her daughter? Sweet. Yes, I'll be there. I've been on her little TikTok. She's a busy little TikToker. She's got a great little TikTok channel. I'll get some more of those going. Get your popcorn for movie night. Yay. You did. You met her in South Carolina. Jessica, you mean awesome. I wouldn't doubt it for a second. Absolutely not. She's very kind and cool. Got to meet Dennis too. Oh, did you? Now that was super fun episode. So if anyone catches that, I did do that a couple weeks ago, Hunting the Shadows. Really loved that time with him. If you catch the very end, by the way, one of my sores just started bleeding, and I'm just like, that's when I'm like, I think I have to pause on these till I heal. Hope you're grounded. I feel you're grounded of immense positive energy. People are naturally attracted to you. I like to think, Amy, I do my best. And when I'm not, I unplug and ground myself and try to get back to that point. Poor little Jane checked in on me once. I'm like, Jane, I have sores on my mouth and I have cramps and I'm like, I was just like, meh. She's like, I'm glad I checked in. Scoot. I'm like, man, what's it all about? But we have to go through that once in a while. Body can't be, my body, the stress got to me. And then that wicked sinus thing I had, again, stress of having moral decisions. I'm down to moral decisions in my life. I'm making moral choices. And with every choice I make, every time I make a decision, next day something amazing happens. It happened again this week. I made this really tough decision, held my moral ground. And the next day I had this like forgiveness letter from someone who really hurt me a few years ago. Not that recent chick who thinks I betrayed her. I'm talking years ago. And I was just like, I felt this thing release and I'm like, holy shit. So gosh, the power of that frequency work is incredible. As soon as she said my phone, as soon as she said 3, oh no. Yes, Tanya Love. I hope to be back this Sunday with Lawrence. I'll check in with him the last few weeks. Well, it's either I was down or he is up the wazoo with work. So I'll check in with him tonight and I'll make an announcement. So stay my YouTube posts. I will share one of our thumbnails if we're on this Sunday. Sweet cheeks. And I think has it been officially a year? No, I think it'll be a year in September. With every time I see that peach emoji, Mr. Peachy Shorts himself, who ditched us, almost a year. I'll have to have a special recap episode. Trying to get out of the block right now. It's difficult. Oh, Amy, I hear you. Nature is the first best thing, right? Music to get you through that little time loop, pull you out somehow. I don't know. Those are just what I try to do. When I get lost, I just have to start walking or start moving or just push the energy through somehow. Or if you got to curl up in a ball and binge watch shows, I do that too. We did get ditched, Bigfoot dwarf. Son of a bitch. Peachy shorts. Well, I have my theories that I won't say online here. Music's your best friend. Perfect. That's it. What's that little emoji of? Is that DNA Blazer or is that candy? I was leaving, wasn't I? I guess I should do that. I had no more fun things to share. I'm like, my show and tells. Where's my show and tells? My daughter made a bowl. This is the kind of woodwork stuff. Oh God, I wish you could feel it. It's like butter. It's like butter. I could have held this up too. Okay, one last thing. I don't know if you know, my daughter wrote a book. This was at her presentation. So there, if you hold your phone up, the QR code might work. It is Blazer DNA. Oh, it's bacon. It's bacon. I like that commercial. All right. I'm going to go dance a little bit before Dennis Carroll's show. I got to get my little elemental on and firm my 50-year-old bum. And I'm going to rejoice and I'm in the house to myself. This never happens. And I'm about to be inundated with my mom's going to be here for over a month. Which means my guest room's gone where I sleep. Giant and I usually don't sleep all the time. With our work schedules, we sleep separately. Happy wife, happy life. That's the way to do it if you like to sleep. So I'm surrendering my sleep space. So I'm going to go boogie a little bit. So Amy, go dance. I'll go crank up some music and dance. I'll blast my frequency and see if you pick up on it, and I hope to lift you up a little bit. So thank you, Tracy, Tanyan, Bigfoot Dwarf, Robin. Can we order it from you? Amazon takes too much money. They do, Tracy. Thank you. You could. I can mail you a copy. My daughter's been doing that to her classmates. So absolutely. Hit me up on Messenger anywhere. Doctor said my DNA was backwards. I said, and thanks, Robin. And thanks, Amy. Well, thank you, folks. I can't wait to talk to y'all in the other chats. And thank you for supporting this little channel. Thank you. Thanks. And thank you. Have a beautiful, blessed one. I'll smell you later. Cheers.